Hello, Imaginers. Thank you for tuning in. If you can please bear with me for 1 second, there is a bug going on with the live stream software, and I'm trying to figure out what is happening. So please bear with me for 1 minute as I just make sure we are streaming everywhere we're supposed to be streaming to. I'm just checking on a different machine. I do see we are on Facebook, which is good. That's very important where we want to be. I want to see if we are on YouTube as well. I have a feeling that it didn't go to YouTube. Oh, it is on YouTube. Good. So we are on YouTube as well. So that is good. We are where we want to be. Okay, so don't know what happened to Restream, but there is something going on. I'll look into it afterwards. Thank you for tuning in live. Please let me know that you can hear me, that you can see me. I want to make sure that you can, get everything that we have to talk about in your ears and on screen for you. Now, today I will be doing a demo of the Imagen app for all the new Imaginers here. But if you are already familiar with the app, I also want to hear your requests, your questions, and all that stuff. Now, we are doing a live demo today because we did a webinar with PickTime last week that was fantastic. It was so good, and there was over 100 requests for a live demo. So we couldn't do the live demo on the webinar, but that's what I'm here for. I'm here to do a demo for you today. So my name is Scott Wyden-Kivowitz, and I am the Content and Community Manager here at Imagen. If we haven't met before, it is nice to meet you now. My goal here is to help you get the most out of Imagen so you can spend less time worrying about the tedious post-production and you can focus more on what you love. Now, I want you to be able to be involved. So if you are watching on Facebook, please know that we are using Restream to power this live stream. So before leaving a comment, please grant Restream permission to see your name. You can see I added the link right there down below me. But it is chat.restream.io/FB. You only have to do it once and forever, and you will never have to do it again. Now, we also want to know where you are tuning in from, because that is always fun. I know that when we did the webinar, we had people all over the world. Typically, when we do these live streams, we have people all over the world. So I want to know, where are you tuning in from? Jonathan, I'm glad you can hear and see me as well. You're here for the demo. Facebook user, you can hear and see me as well on Facebook. That is great. So where are you tuning in from? Just leave a comment on the YouTube video if you're watching there, on the Facebook video if you're watching there, LinkedIn, whatever it is. I want to know where you're tuning in from. And we're going to get right into things. I have a bunch of news to share as well. So I will be getting to that in a little bit. But before we do, if you are brand new to Imagen, welcome. So glad you're here. And again, if you have any questions, comments, demo requests for me during this live stream, it's simple. Just comment and ask. That's what this is all about. But I definitely will be doing a full live demo of a few minutes just to show you the app overall. Now, if you are watching the replay or if a friend shared this with you, I'm sorry you caught one that had a weird live stream bug in it, but that's okay. I'm so happy you are here watching the restream. It's a bummer you couldn't comment live. You know you're watching the replay because it will say I was live instead of I am live. And if you are watching the replay, just comment with the word replay. All right. So we have Michelangelo from Edmonton, Canada. Nice. Glad you're here. Okay, so I'm going to get right to the news because I don't see any questions yet. So I'm going to get right to the news. I'll go through the news, and I will then do some live demos. Now, some of the news includes a little bit of a live demo. So the first bit of news, I got to pull up the Imagen app. Let me also hide that. Okay, so the first bit of news, and this is a fun one, is that we now have under AI projects, under your profile, you will now see, and this is rolling out to customers slowly, so not everybody has it yet. You will have it soon, but you will now have a progression scale of how far your profile is to be ready to be trained, to be taught, whatever terminology you want to use, but we call it training. So you'll see this progression. I just created this one that had 77 photos in it. So you can see I had 77 photos. I've got a lot more to go until it's ready to be trained. I need a minimum of 3,000 for me to train. This is a new thing that we just launched yesterday, but it is slowly rolling out to everybody over the next week or so. Now, related to this, and this has been the #1 request for a long time, how far am I away from being fine-tuned? And can my profile be fine-tuned now? Now, historically, you have needed to, if your profile wasn't automatically done by our team, you would contact support and you would ask for the fine-tune to be pushed. Now, you will be able to control this and see your progression on your own. Now, why are fine-tunes not happened on the spot? You upload your final edits. Why does it not happen on the spot? Simple answer is because AI needs a lot of data. If you send 20 photos uploaded as final edits for your profile and we did a fine-tune push, you would see no difference because it needs a lot of data. So that is why it takes time for your profile to be fine-tuned. Now, if you'd like to see what that looks like, you'd go into AI profiles, choose a profile that's already done, ready to use, that you've been using, click on that, and you'll see this beautiful progression. Now you can see how many photos that you have, in your profile, based on, so this was when I created this when it needed 5,000 to create it. We've lowered that number to 3,000. So you can see I need 5,069 photos in order to push this through fine-tune. Now, over the next few weeks, I'm going to start uploading final edits so that way I can get this ready so you can see what it looks like when it is ready. But basically what would happen is this number would go away. It would say your profile is ready to be fine-tuned, and then be a button that says, start the fine-tune process. And that will then trigger it on our end to do that for you. So that is really cool. It's all self-served. You can see your progression. You don't have to contact support anymore. You can trigger it on your own. Again, this is rolling out slowly to everybody. So all you have to do is open the app on your end and go to your AI profiles, click on your existing profile, and you will see if you have this already. And again, if you are creating a new profile, it would look like this, telling you, showing your progression to train your profile. All right, so those are two fantastic new features. There's a third new feature that I want to talk about, and that is the ability to re-edit. So the ability to re-edit your projects. So basically what would happen is you get a project back, right? And it might be in your archive. It might be like if you say you weren't happy with your edit, you'll get a prompt to re-edit. But let's say, for example, this one down here, you can see I've culled it, I've reviewed the culls, I've edited it, I've reviewed the edits, and now it's ready for fine tuning. But let's say I'm not happy with the edits at all, and I want to see what it looks like, or maybe I'm not. Maybe I tested out a talent AI profile. I'm not unhappy, but I just didn't prefer it for my set of photos. So what you can do is you can click here, and then you can hit edit with a different profile. And now you can see I can choose from my available profiles, my personal AI profiles that have been shared with me. That's a teaser for what's coming. And talent AI profiles that I've added, as well as additional talent profiles that I may not have added to my account. So I can actually go ahead and say, I want to re-edit this using silver film. So I want this to be black and white photos now. I don't want this to be color. I want this to be black and white. Let's see how that looks. Now I can just hit edit again. And now this one project, which it had 7 photos in it, is being re-edited with that with this new profile silver film. You can do this up to 3 times. 3 times. You can do this up to 3 times, which is amazing. Is this going to stay live on the page? Yes, this will be live on the Imagen page. It's just unfortunately not clearly identified because of this weird restream bug that we had. But yeah, it will be there. Okay. Yeah, so amazing. This is a new feature that is there. Again, you can do this up to 3 times. No extra charge unless you add on cropping, straightening, or any other thing. So let me show you what that looks like again. I'll go to another one that's ready to be done. Let's see. Okay, so here's one that has 197 photos. I edited it with a personal AI profile. I'm going to hit edit with a different profile. You can choose a different one. So if I wanted to do, for example, cinematic luxury, and I want, if let's say now here's where you will be charged extra. If you do straightening, you're being charged extra. If you do crop, you're being charged extra. If you just do the edit again, that's it. No extra charge up to 3 times. Now, what's cool is we already have the data, of course, because we've done the edits for you. We don't need to re-upload all that stuff. It's just going to start happening. Look, this one, 7 of them already done. I don't have to do anything else. It's already done. Now these photos are re-edited with silver film. This one is about to be re-edited, 197 photos with cinematic luxury. It'll happen really fast. So that's a new feature as well. That is also rolling out to everybody. I am glad you like that update, Amanda. That's a really fun one that it is finally out. We've been wanting to get this out for a while. I'm glad it's finally here. Okay, so let's talk about, before we dive into the live demo, let's talk about what else is coming soon. Okay, I'm going to bring me back up because you don't need to see the app right now. So we have adjustment coming soon. It'll be our first local adjustment feature, and it's going to automatically select your subject and apply your subject, and it will edit your subject as well. So you'll have the global edit and you'll have the subject edited from that. So, and you can adjust it however you need, because it will be a local adjustment with a brush. And we have share profiles. So you saw that when I went to go do the re-edit. I've got some profiles that are shared with me. We have the share profile coming as well. The ability for other Imaginers to personal AI profile with you. We also have culling, of course. So you've seen culling talked about in the community. You've seen us talk about it elsewhere. Culling is coming. It's in active beta testing. With it, we will help you select the best photos in your projects and then painlessly move to editing with your preferred AI profile. It's going to be beautiful. I'm very excited about that to be out here. Now, something that it's not beneficial for everybody, but we are very proud at Imagen to support multiple languages. That is in the works. Now, this is a multi thing. It's multiple language support between the Imagen app and the Imagen website. It will soon support multiple languages. We are actively working on this to support Japanese, German, French, and Spanish languages. So that's going to be fantastic for everybody to have out. Anybody who needs it will, of course, utilize that, I'm sure. The last bit of things coming soon I want to talk about is the global parameter tweaks. Now, this has been another feature request that has come up a bunch, and that is that if you think your profile needs an overall improvement on a specific Lightroom Classic parameter, you will be able to do that without waiting for a fine-tune update. Now, I don't have the nitty-gritty details about this, but a good example of this would be if you find that your photos often need a little more warmth, right? And it's, you don't want to wait for a fine-tune update. This global parameter tweak will make it able for you to have that adjustment on your profile like that, instead of waiting for a fine-tune update for something that you know for sure needs to be adjusted across the board easily, right? So that is also in the works too. I'm very excited about that. And apparently, so is Facebook user. So I'm glad that you are happy about that too. All right. So that's all the news that I have to share. Let's dive into the live demo right now. Of course, if you have any questions, if you have any demo requests, any feature requests, whatever it is, get those comments in. That's what this is for. I want to make sure that I get everything for you. So here is the live demo. I'm going to do this as efficiently as I can. This is the app. I'm going to resize a little bit. This is the app that has this beautiful carousel at the top. And yes, you can see the culling is coming. And so right here on the homepage, you see your active AI profiles that you could use. and you see your active projects that are currently here. These are the 2 that I just did the re-edit on, and they're both done, ready to download, which is great. Now, if you hit the view all, it goes to the same thing as here, AI profiles and project tabs. Of course, you also have the My Account tab. I'll get to that last. Starting the AI profiles tab, you would go and create your own profile, read the instructions. It walks you through everything. Give your profile a name. So I'm going to call this Demo on December 14th. Now you have to choose if it's color or black and white. You have to choose if it's RAW or JPEG. You create your profile. Then you can either drag your Lightroom Classic catalog to here. You can select a recent one, or you can browse your computer for a Lightroom Classic catalog. And if you're wondering, can you do multiple catalogs? Yes, you can do as many catalogs as you need. There's no limit, as many as you need. So choose that. Choose your recent catalog, whatever it is. Definitely, I'm going to keep peeking over to the comments. So if you have a question about something I'm doing, definitely interrupt me so I can answer your question right then and there. Okay, so from here, you would go ahead and you choose your photos, right? So let's say you want to upload all the ones that you've edited so far, right? Or if you want to, you could filter out any 1 stars, you can filter out any 2 stars, you can filter out colors if you want. And the numbers, if you watch closely on this last one, if I uncheck yellow, the number changed, and it tells you exactly why. If I bring it back, again, there's little information icons. 1,373 were not included because they are not edited. So you can browse your folders for photos. You can switch to collections and actually browse your collections for photos if you prefer using that method. It's all up to you what you want to do, okay? So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to make sure I have all the ones checked that I want. Good. And then there's 1,629 photos selected. I'm going to name this. I'm going to say 1629 for profile. Could name it whatever I want to name this set of photos. And then I'm going to hit add. And now it's adding those to here. It's not uploaded yet. You do have to upload. You need internet to upload to the server in order for us to see the data and learn from your edits. Now you can add multiple catalogs. So I'm going to add photos to the profile, and I'm going to add another catalog. I'm using the same catalog just as a demo. Go to collections. I'm going to choose it from here now. And I'm going to choose these. And this is, again, 1629 photos for profile 2. All right, I'm going to add, actually, you know what? I'll take away yellows. So now it's actually 1476 for profile. And now I have 2 catalogs added. I could keep going. I could add as many catalogs as I need to in order to build this profile. Okay, when you are ready to go, you hit upload, and then you have to wait. Now the speed depends on your internet connection, of course. But when you're done, you will have all those photos uploaded. You'll be able to create that profile once it's confirmed. Once you've confirmed that you have all 3,000 there, this button will turn into create. And then when that takes up to 24 hours. When it's done, it'll say ready to use. Instead of it saying processing, it'll say ready to use. Okay, so there's three statuses basically. Draft is when you're building the profile. Processing is when it's actually processing on our end. And then ready to use means it is fully done. You can use that AI profile now. Okay, so that is the personal AI profiles tab. The talent AI profiles tab is where you can add or remove talent AI profiles that you will use at any given point in time. If you don't think you're ever going to use, one of them, you could remove them and it's gone, right? I can remove it and it is gone. Any point in time that I want, I could go ahead and do that. And then you can scroll down and you can add, ones back. So if I think I'm going to use timeless color, I add it back, and now it's up here to my added talent AI profiles. You can also explore them, so you can hit the explore button on one to see it, and bring you to the website. You can see what is going on there. You can see examples and so on. You can also hit the explore all talent AI profiles, and that'll bring you to the full talent page too. So that's the talent AI profiles. These are pre-made profiles from photographers, partners of ours, based on hundreds of thousands of photos with multiple cameras. multiple lenses, multiple lighting conditions, multiple scenarios, very accurate, consistent edits you would get from any of these. Okay. Again, if you have any questions about talent or personal AI profiles, definitely let me know. Add a comment, add the question there. I will get to it. Now you have the projects tab. Now here is basically where you would upload your photos to be edited in the future. This is also where you upload it to be culled. I'm not going to show you culling, but I will show you the editing process. If I hit create new project, you can see here I am presented with both cull and edit your photos as well as just edit photos. And you got these steps here. Step 1 is cull, step 2 is review, step 3 is edit, step 4 is review your edits, step 5 is fine tuning. So step 5, edit your photos will start from step 3 right here, right? You can see it's highlighted. If I go back to cull, step 1 is highlighted. I'm going to go right to editing, and I'm going to choose that recent catalog. Again, you can drag and drop. You can browse your computer, whatever you need. I'm going to go to collections, and I am going to edit a collection. Which one should I do? I'll do my sort of my go-to. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do Phoebe and Mike right now. And I'm going to call this Demo December 14th, 2022. And I'm going to edit it with Love and Light, which is that Sarah Edmonds profile. I'm going to edit it with Love and Light. Now you could go ahead and you can crop and straighten if you want. I'm going to just straighten. I try to crop in camera, so I typically myself try not to need to crop afterwards. But like most people, what I think is straight is not always straight. So I'm going to straighten, and then I'm going to leave everything checked. But if I didn't want to do something, I could uncheck 5 stars and say, okay, I'm not going to do 17 of those. Actually, let's see. What if I do? I'm going to take away 1, 2, and 3 stars, and I'm only going to edit 30 of these photos. So I'm only editing 4 stars and 5 stars right now, and I'm going to add those. Now I could, if let's say I did 3 weddings in a weekend and I did a family session, I now have 4 projects. I can go ahead and I can create multiple projects. So now I'm going to choose another one. I'm going to go to collections again. I will choose, where's Ross and Rachel? It's another one I like to do a lot. Let's do this one. 42 photos. I'm going to do 42 from this one. Again, I'm leaving this all unchecked just so I can narrow it down even more. Oops. Demo December 14th, Ross and Rachel. And for this one, I'm going to do, let's actually do silver film. I'm going to get a nice black and white from this. And again, I'm going to straighten. Now I have 2 profiles. One's with Love and Light. Two projects rather. One's with Love and Light. One's with silver film. Both are adding straightening. Both are just a handful of photos. And I'm going to upload those. Now this is going to upload to our servers. Our AI is going to analyze each photo individually, and it will apply the edits based on those profiles and my specifications like straighten for each of those photos individually in each of those projects. The uploading again takes a little bit of time, depends on your internet speed and things like that. But what is happening right now in the back end is if you have smart previews already there, we are uploading your smart previews automatically. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to specify smart previews. It just happens. If you, I see some questions coming in. I'm just going to star them to get to them. So don't worry about that if I don't get to it right at this moment. If you do not have smart previews, if you don't utilize smart previews, we are making them for you. So if you're, that does slow down the upload time because now we need to, currently we're using Adobe DNG converter. And it will literally open each photo that you are uploading, and it will create its own version of a smart preview and then delete it afterwards. We're making temporary smart previews and then deleting them. So this process of uploading for edit is faster if you actually just have smart previews out of the gate. It's actually better for you anyway because it makes Lightroom faster when there's smart previews because it's actually working off of that instead of the originals. But you can see the 72 photos already uploaded, and now it's just a matter of waiting for them to be come back fully edited. So actually, you can see one's already done. Look how fast that was. The 30 is already done. So I'm going to download that to review. It's going to have everything pre-filled, but if you moved your catalog, you can grab that. If you need to change filters, you can do that. But otherwise, I'm just going to download the edits. And I'm not going to open the Lightroom catalog for 2 reasons. The first reason is I want to wait for this one to be done. And 2, I have the Lightroom beta on here. So if I hit that, the Lightroom beta is going to open. I'd rather not. Okay, so now the other one is done. I'm going to download that one. This takes seconds because all we're doing is opening the metadata. And now I'm going to open Lightroom. So give me a second while Lightroom opens. Let me get to this question while Lightroom is opening. So Amanda asked, here's an idea for a future update. Edit out things from a series of photos like signs, exit signs, blemishes, fire extinguishers. That is the end goal. So we're testing the waters right now with the local adjustment. Once we get that out, we're going to make sure things are working well. The end goal is to basically be able to do things like that all automatically for you. It's just a matter of it's time. It's building it out, making sure things are working properly, and there's always room for doing that in the future. So great request. It's definitely something that we definitely are aware of and definitely want to have done. So, okay, so here comes Lightroom in a second. It is slowly loading. I might have my very large catalog open. Actually, it looks like Lightroom. Hold on a second. Lightroom's giving me a hard time. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Here it goes. All right. So Phoebe and Mike was first, okay? So I'm actually, first of all, I'm going to show you not all these are edited. You can see that not all of these photos are edited, right? You can see because some are still very dark. If I change it, and you can see they're starting to pop in with the edits. But if I change the attribute to basically we did 4 and 5 stars. Let's take away the yellow. Now you can see these are all the ones that are edited, and you can see they're starting to pop in nicely. And these were all edited with Love and Light, which was Sarah Edmonds' profile. And if I go in and I show you the Develop tab, okay, so not all the photos are flattering, but you'll see the edits. Here's a before and after. Look at that difference, right? So that was fully edited. Here's another one. Also not very flattering photo. Sorry to my friend for the not so flattering photo. You can see the difference. Look at that. So between this one and this one, look at the difference that it did as far as exposure, as far as highlights and shadows were different. And again, look before after. If I was to show you the before after, hold on a second. Let's do this. I'm in the develop module. Okay. Just show before after. Stop selecting a candidate. Okay. I don't want to mess with that. I'm just going to do the before after a different way because sometimes Lightroom acts up like that. Okay. So you can see that. Look at that's a fantastic exposure. Again, before after. So it cleaned it up how it needed for that profile, for that individual photo. Look at the difference there, right? So okay. That's that one, right? So this was all done with Love and Light. The other one I did was, where's Ross and Rachel? Here they are. So I'm going to do Ross and Rachel again. Watch this. Look at this, black and white. So certain ones were edited with silver film, which was Kevin Mullen's profile. You can see not many right here yet. But if I go and change the attribute to, again, to be 4 stars and up, you're going to see the edits start coming in. Here they go. So again, you can see, look at the straightening. Watch the straightening right here. Watch the straightening. There it goes. Straightened, right? So straightening is working really well here. Yeah, so this is that profile. I would want to make adjustments to this. Here's a great question, actually, that just came in. Can you update a profile that you have already made, like add more warms, white balance, or do you need to make a new profile, but add that warm tone, the 3,000 photos that are already needed for the profile? So that is what fine-tuning is for, and also what the global parameter tweaks that is in the works is for. I'll show again what that is, but basically, if I pull up... so here's the Imagen app again. Basically, I just created here, let me go find it. Okay, so here's a project, Ross and Rachel wedding, and I was with one of my personal AI profiles. You would go ahead, you'd make your adjustments in Lightroom, and then you can actually let's bring this question back up. Okay, and then you could click this upload final edits button, and that is how you go ahead. If I do upload final edits, now the location has changed. Don't worry about that. You can browse to find it, but basically, you can upload your final edits to your profile. And that is where this new feature that we have just released tells you how close you are to being able to fine tune that profile, which is basically means to update that profile with your necessary changes. The feature that we have coming very soon is the one where you'll be able to make a global parameter tweak to your entire profile without waiting for fine tuning. So that is still in the works, but that is coming soon. Let me go back to, okay. So you can see here, they're starting to pop in, they're being straightened. Now, there might be things that I want to change. Like, for example, I might think this is too dark for me. Oop, hide that comment. I might think that's too dark for me. So I might want to make adjustments and before I submit, share with my client and stuff like that. But you can see that's how fast it works. It's beautiful, super speedy, and so on. So yeah, so basically, at this point, if I was to now, let me close Lightroom again. And if I was to go ahead and I go and create a new project, I'm going to show you what it looks like when you create a project with your own, how you would fine tune. So I'm going to create my own, a new project with my personal AI profile. And I'm going to choose Jack and Judy this time. And I'm going to do the 15 photos. Demo December 14th, Jack and Judy. And I'm going to choose clear color, add, and I'm going to upload those. So the question is, so you add the new photos with the update warm white balance to the profile that you already have, and it will add those changes. Yes, it will add those changes over time. It's not instant. Because like I said earlier on in the live stream, AI needs a lot of data. So in order for you to see the changes, it will need a lot of data from your fine tunes. This global parameter tweak is something where if you want to make a change to everything in one shot, that's where that is going to basically bypass fine tuning and being able to allow you to make a change to your profile like that. So I don't have too many details about that yet, but it is in the works. So yeah, so basically we're here. I just submitted a profile for editing with my own personal AI profile. Once that is done, I will be able to fine tune it right from the project screen, right? So right from here, you see it says download to review. There will be a ability to download to review and then also fine tune. So I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so the edits are done. I'm going to download to review. I'm going to download those edits. Okay, edits are done. I'm going to go into Lightroom. Well, I'm opening Lightroom back up. While that's going, here's another great question. How does the process differ from applying a preset on import in Lightroom? Well, a preset in Lightroom is a blanket of settings. It is a bunch of settings you're telling it to do to your photo. It's not looking at each photo individually. So in AI profile, what we are doing is actually editing, analyzing every single photo one by one, and then editing each photo one by one to get to your end result of whatever you taught us to edit like. So that is the difference between a Lightroom preset and an AI profile. We are analyzing everything individually, super fast, and applying it versus just a blanket of settings. Okay. Find Jack and Judy. Here's Jack and Judy. Oop, I don't have it up yet. Okay, so here's my Jack and Judy. You can see the edits are starting to pop in. Let me do just the ones I just edited. Okay, so let's say I was here, or actually because I like these. So let's go to this. Again, not a very flattering photo, but it's good. I might want to brighten this one up just a little bit. So let's say I like for photos that are like this, I want to brighten it up. Maybe I just need the shadows a little bit higher, or maybe let's go to this one. Same thing, just up a little bit, and shadows up a little bit, and then let's go to the next one. So the ones that were here, you can see I don't like how bright this is, so I would crop this, but I had the strobe here, obviously, which is why that's like that. So what's cool is in this photo, in the future, the subjects here will be selected and edited separate from here. So like I could darken this and brighten the subjects, which is cool. I'm very excited about that feature to come. Okay, so here's what I would do for that one. So I make my changes, whatever I need to. I would make all the changes across the board for everything that I would need to change. Now I've made those changes. I'm happy with it. I close Lightroom. Goodbye, Lightroom. Closing it again. Now, I bring back up the Imagen app. Now you can see here, for this project, it says upload final edits. I'm going to upload those final edits right now. This process happens fast. It's as fast as downloading your edits. It's just uploading the metadata. And now, if I go to the AI profiles and clear color, I've added more to it. So I'm 5,054 away from being able to fine-tune this profile. All right, so you can see all that, all in there. You could also add more photos to your profile. So let's say I don't want to wait to fine-tune, but I have a new wedding I edited, or I found an old wedding I edited, or whatever it is. I could add more photos to this way. So I can go ahead and from the profile, I can add more photos which count towards your fine-tuning. So I could add in, let's say we add in these, or let's say I just add in, where is it? Phoebe and Mike, right? Let's do Phoebe and Mike. I'm going to add those in. Demo December 14, Phoebe and Mike. And I'm going to add those in. So now I could upload these. And when I upload these, I'll taking 78 away. So I'll be even closer to doing that. So that's a cool thing that you can do, is you could add to your fine-tune status by just uploading directly as well, if you don't want to wait for uploading final edits with new edits you've done. All right. I am going to get into some sharing of edits that we have while you watching add more questions and add more comments. So here's what we're going to do. I am going to share this. Perfect. Okay. So Samantha actually shared 37 frames, Tracy and D, shared their photos in the community back in October. It's been a while since I've shared these, so I've got a backlog of fun edits to share. So here's some edits that 37 frames did with their talent AI profile called the Modern Classic. Look how beautiful that is. I love these photos. So good, so good. We have this shared by Jack. I believe, oh yeah, so this is with Love and Light, practicing with the new Canon R6, second time using it, family pics using Love and Light. Beautiful photos. Look how clean those colors are. Something about Love and Light. Sarah knocked it out of the park with the very natural edits. I love it. They're so good. Oh, that's such a cute photo. Yeah, so this is also shared back in October. Then we have one from Lyran. Again, Lyran, if you're watching, please tell me how to pronounce your name. I'm always sharing your edits, and I always don't know how to pronounce your name, so I apologize. New collection presented in Soho, New York City, edited with the help of Imagen. I believe this is with his personal AI profiles. So he's got a black and white and a color, and beautiful. Look at that. I love that. I love that pose. I love that style. It's gorgeous. Very nice. Beautiful. Cool. All right. Next, Evelina, I believe, in October. Beautiful message here. Hope everybody goes and searches for that in the community so you can read it all. I'm not going to read it all, but basically, she's having a blast, loving it. She built her own profile with 3,000 photos after being very impatient, and finally got to edit with it. This is also, again, back in October. This is actually on Halloween it was shared. Forever customer. I love this editing style. Reminds me of Fur's profile, Tierra. Very warm. I love it. I love this. So good. And look at that hair. Look how the hair pops on that. It's fantastic. These are great photos. Thank you for sharing these as well. Oop. And then one more. Now this is a video I'm going to share. This is from Martin. Shared this in November, on November 3rd. Is there music? No music. No music. So he says, almost up to date on a very, very full season. Here's one of my latest images. The latest Imagen giving me, here's one of my latest Imagen giving my life moments. So here's let me go back, start from the beginning again. Here's the video. These are so good. Please get your questions, your comments in, and then we'll wrap this up. But yeah, these are so good. These are so good. Black and white colors. Look how vibrant those colors are. Fantastic. So I want to remind everybody that we have a virtual exhibition coming. We're working on all the details. We have all the photos selected for the virtual exhibition. We have so many photos submitted that we are already planning for the spring exhibition. So we're gonna have an announcement for like the celebration opening of the virtual exhibition, and we'll have some surprises. Very excited about it, and it's gonna be so cool, so cool. Any final questions? Any final demo that I can help answer before we wrap this up? Please get it in now. Again, I apologize for whatever happened at the beginning. Some weird bug. Basically what happened, now that we're almost done with this live stream, is I had this scheduled and I went to go into it and it gave me an error. So I had to start a new one that was unscheduled. So some of you might have gone to look at the scheduled one and it just, I apologize if that was the case. That's why we were also like a minute or two late. All right, last chance for any questions. Any questions and time to get those in. Otherwise, I am going to wrap this up and we're going to finish this live stream. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I hope that demo, I hope that it helped you to navigate the app even better. And yeah, if you enjoyed this live stream, more about when the next live stream is, then know you are invited to be a part of the bigger conversation. Join the Imagen community to imagenai.com/community. By joining the community, you get access to exclusive conversations, live events, Q&A with our Imagen founders, and imagenai.com/community. Finally, before we go, a few final things is if you have any questions for the next live stream, you can pre-submit those at the URL that's down. That is also typically in the live stream description. Unfortunately, because I had to go live with a new one, it's not in there. And also, if you want to submit your raw files for me to edit live, you can do so as well now, and you can submit your raw files or JPEGs now that we have JPEG talent profiles, and I will edit them live with a talent AI profile of your choice. But at the same time, now you have the ability to re-edit your photos. So that's cool that you can try them yourself too. So whatever you want to do. But I appreciate you being here. I'm going to roll out with the outro. Thank you, everybody, again. And we'll see you next time on the live stream. So yeah, get your questions in so I can answer them for you. See you next time.